Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today is going to be another match day. So I'm going to be playing with Jack's team once again. It's my final week here in the UK. They asked me to come back for another week. So I thought, why not another chance to get on the pitch, get a few minutes in, a few touches on the ball. Jack's unfortunately not able to play today. He has to work. So we're sort of playing with a few players down, a few different players from the starting lineup from last week, and we're playing against a team that's in the league above. So it's going to be quite a challenge. So I'm going to show you guys what I usually eat before a match. Today is a earlier kickoff than something I'm used to, so we're kicking off at 1 o'clock today, 1 PM, and it's about 9:30 in the morning now, so I'm not going to have a big meal whatsoever. You don't want to be eating after 2 hours before a match, but I like to eat a lot before. I feel like I take a long time to digest food, so I'm going to be having my meal now, and then maybe I'll have like a banana just before the game or something like that, just for a little energy boost. But nevertheless, I'm going to show you what I'm going to go eat. So let's go have some breakfast. I'm going to make my smoothie. I don't know if you can hear from my voice, but I'm kind of just getting over a cold. So I'm really going to try and pack as much nutrition into the smoothie as possible to fight that. So first things first is a banana. Next thing I'm putting in is coconut yogurt. And guaranteed there's going to be at least one closet dietitian in the comment section telling me everything I'm doing wrong with my food today. Next up, I'm actually going to put in some raw ginger. So if you can see, this is ginger root. It's just really good for your immune system. It's kind of a bit spicy. Only need a little bit, honestly. Like this tiny little cube. If I pop that in there, that's just going to be like a really overwhelming taste, but I really enjoy it. So put some raw ginger in there. Putting in some raw spinach leaves. Some people have commented on that, like, isn't that disgusting? Honestly, you can't even taste it, but there's so many good nutrients in spinach. So a little bit of non-dairy milk, just so it blends up, only a tiny amount. Throwing a few strawberries in there. Gonna put some chopped frozen mango. This is just a nice way to cool the drink down, and obviously add in a little bit more fruit, and that's it. So that's all the different layers, then we just blend it up. Alright guys, so we just got done with the match. Unfortunately, we lost 6-4, which isn't a bad result, all things considered. So the team I was playing for was missing about 5 of their regular starters, including the goalkeeper, so that's especially a position you don't want to be weak in. So, still put up a good fight, especially because that team was in the league above, and they're, I believe, 3rd or 4th in their division, so they're doing quite well. So we put up a good fight. I did get on the score sheet and got 2 assists. I think Becca got a couple of clips there, so hopefully you guys have seen a little bit of match footage already. But yeah, good little run out for me. Obviously this isn't as competitive as what I'm used to. It's just a way to get a run out, get some cardio in, get some touches on the ball and more match experience. So I'm going to take advantage of any opportunity to play some football while I'm home. But that's actually the last match I'll be playing in England, because later this week we're heading back to the US of A. But the plan for the rest of the day, we're just going to get home, we're going to refuel, and then we're going to go out and do a bit more training, because that wasn't that physically demanding, so I feel like I can still do a bit more. Probably just going to go do a bit of a finishing session. So this is what I'm going to be having for lunch. So what I'm having is a wrap here. So we've got the white tortilla wrap, we've got couscous, falafel, hummus and spinach. So plenty of carbs and protein in there, and some leafy greens. Also, I'm going to be having some brown wholemeal toast with peanut butter on top. And this is the peanut butter I'm having, so basically it's 100% nuts, no added sugar or palm oil or anything like that in there. Then I'm going to be having a pint of water. I didn't mention this earlier, but I had 2 of these before my match. So I had one with breakfast, and then another one sipping between the time of having breakfast and get ready to go to the match. So that's my post-match meal. And then, as I said, I'm going to be going and training in a little bit, just doing a finishing session. I'm going to show you what I got sent. This is really going to help me with my finishing session. So Top Bins is a UK company. You've probably seen these before. They're those nets that you hang on the front of the goalpost, and it leaves the top corners and bottom corners exposed, so it gives you those danger areas to aim at. Never actually used one before, so really excited to try that out. Appreciate Top Bins sending that out. They're not sponsoring me or anything like that. They just wanted to provide me with a net, and they did say if any of you guys like this kind of net, they're going to allow you to get some discount if you do purchase one using my code 7MLC. So that's really good. I'm glad I've got my hands on one finally, so I'm excited to test that out in today's finishing session. Also, something I've been doing is doing some isometric work during the day, so that helps me strengthen my muscles. Something you guys might want to do, especially if you can't get access to a gym, or if... Look at this guy. What are you doing? Do it again. Stand up. Anyway, I think you just wanted to be on camera. What do you want to say to them, Bob? Bob says, keep working hard and always follow your dreams. Isn't that right, Bob? Very inspirational stuff. But yeah, as I said, I've been doing some isometric strength work. I've been incorporating some of that into my training, and I've been seeing really good results from it. Something you guys might want to try out. So isometric is basically when the muscle isn't moving through the activity. You're actually keeping one static pose. So if you're doing something like a wall sit, like this, you're just kind of holding the pose, and you're going to hold it for a certain amount of time, and the muscles aren't lengthening or shortening. They're staying in a static position, so it really works on that strength. You can't use any momentum. Sometimes if you're doing like a bicep curl or a squat, you can use momentum from other muscle groups, but when you're doing isometric, really focusing on the strength aspect. And it also helps with a bit of stability because you're holding those poses. So the 4 exercises I've been doing is front plank, holding for 60 seconds, side plank, doing for 60 seconds, the other side, doing another plank for 60 seconds, and then wall sits for 60 seconds, and then repeating that 4 times. So it's pretty good, pretty intense little workout. You'll definitely feel the burn from it. But if you don't get access to a gym, or if you don't have any weights at home, this is a good way to strengthen your muscles at home using just body weight. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to finish my post-match meal, rest for maybe 2 hours or so, and then we'll go out and do the finishing session in a little while. So for these first few, I'm just going to be guiding them in, just kind of warming up. Even though I've done a bit of a warm-up, it's never good to go straight into a shooting session and start leathering the ball. That's how you're going to get an injury. So just kind of placing the first few, mainly using the inside of the foot, and as I start to get warmed up, as the hip flexors and hamstrings and quads start to feel a bit more warmed up, start putting a bit of laces through it as well. So let's go.
Burned me once or twice, I expect them. I just wanna know what your truth is. Will you be the one to break me out of this? I want you all to myself. Don't wanna share you with nobody else. So give me something to believe. Will you?
For a second. Your tongue.
Alright guys, so for the rest of the night I'm just going to be watching Match of the Day. As I'm watching it, I'm going to be eating this big bowl of porridge oats here, and I've stirred a nice big spoon of peanut butter as well, the same peanut butter that I was having on my toast earlier. And then I'm drinking another pint of water to stay hydrated. It's still important to drink even at night, even though you're not exercising, because you sweat a lot during your sleep. And if you wake up without drinking the night before, you can actually be quite dehydrated, and you definitely don't want that. Also, I'm going to be doing a bit of recovery with the foam roller, a foam roller and stretch routine that I do fairly often. You guys have probably seen it in my other videos. I'm not going to show you it in this video because it is like 20 to 30 minutes long. But if you're interested in knowing what I do with the foam roller and what kind of stretches, I'll pop a link on the screen right now which will take you to that. If you want to take care of your recovery, recommend checking it out. But for the rest of the week, fairly busy in a way. We're just kind of tying loose ends here in the UK so that we're ready to go back to the US. Also, I'm going to be filming with Sports Direct Football before I leave, going down to London. They've invited me down. So if you do want to see what goes on down there, I'm doing some playtests from some new boots. I don't know what boots they are until I get there. I'd recommend following me on Instagram so you can find out. I'm going to put the link in my description below. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.